Hi, good morning. This is lesson 90 in A Course in Miracles, a reflection on that lesson, which is the last of a 20 lesson review, 10 days worth of reviewing 2 lessons a day. So what we're reviewing is lesson 79 that says, let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. And lesson 80 is, let me recognize my problems have been solved. And I love these because it's another reminder that whatever problems, and a problem is another word for grievance. They use the word grievance a lot in this book. So if you see a problem somewhere in your life, out there, wherever, this book is constantly reminding us it's a matter of perception. It's like, and that is false. Like this solution's already here, and it's here in the way of a miracle, it says. Like, let the miracle take its place. And if you see a problem, come to the recognition, like through practice, that it's hiding the miracle that sits behind it, that's already here, meaning there is no problem at all. Isn't that great? So what I really loved, there was a line in here. Let me see. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. I seem to have problems only because I am misusing time. I was like, ooh, interesting. I believe that the problem comes first and time must elapse before it can be worked out. I do not see the problem and the answer as simultaneous in their occurrence. Isn't that interesting? It rings true for me, and all of the problems I've been trying to fix, like all the shadow work, all of the self-reflection, all of the emotional energy I've been trying to move through just from my history, trying to every day just continually looking at it as best I can. Some days I'm like, I don't want to look at it tonight. And so I let it go. But it's like this idea that, wait a minute, every time I work through something, I recognize, oh my God, that solution or that joy or that whatever has been here all along. It's been here. It's here right now. And it's not like I had to wait 20 years to fix this thing or to come to that conclusion. I just love that because I seem to have problems only because I am misusing time. So when you see a problem, it's because the solution is somewhere else, somewhere in the future, right? We have to move through something in a linear fashion, step A, B, C, and it's like, wait a minute, no, there's no problem here. It's all my perception, and I can change that in an instant. It's fixed. I don't know, works for me. I love it. Like we have like this. So a lot of our problems come from like okay, so if you've heard that the anticipation of the thing is worse than the actual thing usually. And I feel like our problems, like the anticipation of the thing is a perceptual problem. It's our perception making that feeling of anticipation, of like anxiety, of like worry about the thing actually happening. So it's a perceptual shift that actually solves the problem that wasn't really a problem in the first place. Man. And now if you're in a motorcycle or a car accident or whatever, like you have physical problems that need addressed in a physical way. But there are so many problems we see in the world that are perceptual. And I love how this book just keeps coming at it from a lot of different angles. Oh, that thing looks like it's my little ears or crown. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I got from this. Again, more shifting that perception of just like, wait a minute. And I've been doing it more and more lately to just like walk the walk. And when I feel like there's a problem, I've done it a lot this week already, and it's only Tuesday. When I walk or when I see, like, and instantly, like my go-to is like, like I got annoyed with something, or it's like, come on, man. You know, like something just irked me, or just like, and then it's like I almost catch it now right in the middle of it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. And I'm like, so then I've just played with this idea. Just play with it. Let's just be curious about it. It's like, so I'm like, okay, what if I just decided not to feel annoyed? It's a decision, right? Because sometimes we convince ourselves, no, it's not a decision. Okay, well then I'm like, okay, I'm not irked. I'm just going to do the thing, clean up the mess that I didn't make. That's a lot of my annoyances that I'm working through. I'm like, why do I think this is a problem? We all make messes. We all need help. We all are here to support each other. Here, let me treat this as a gift. I'm doing a little bit of support here, a little bit of help. And I don't even need to tell you that I cleaned up your mess later at a weird, awkward time out of left field. Yeah, that's me. So, what, like, and it's so liberating. It's so liberating. And then I come into this immediately, my heart fills up like with so much more love. I'm getting emotional because, like, obviously, this is something I'm working through because it goes way back to my past. Like, I won't go into all the stories, but there's this sense that, like, why don't people just do, if we all did our part, then it would be a great world, wouldn't it? And it's like that's the overarching energy I've been working through lately. Things get more subtle and more subtle. Like it has more nuance than that, but that's kind of the big umbrella is. But then I'm like, wait a minute. My nature is to want to help people without expecting anything in return. So what is that paradox there, that hypocrisy, really? And so that's something I continually look at, and these practices actually help me a lot because those are all perceptual problems. And then by shifting that and coming into a sense of love and joy and like gratitude helps me address the underlying issue and see it more clearly. And I'm like, oh, I know where that comes from in my history. So A Course in Miracles not only helps this whole ego dissolution thing, like really taming the ego, putting it in its place, like, hey, you're not really in charge here. It helps with healing old wounds, moving stuck energies. Like, this book is amazing for that, this daily practice. At least for me, I'm getting a lot out of it. So yeah, well, that's what I got for these 2 lessons. Thanks for listening. Bye.